Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing an Animatic battle prediction. So let's just get rid of Doorframe, Dioptase, Eye Patch, Mushroom, and Nacho. Okay, so I know I did a video, and I know I already did a series on this, just like Marley, in like a year ago, but I kind of want to do another one. But this time, the characters are on the teams. So with that, let's get started. I think the two teams up for elimination are Happy Meatball and Papaya, and I believe Happy Meatball loses first. So let's start with them. I mean, it is kind of hard who would be the one out on this team, but I think it's only right that the season 17 stay first. Clearly, because of his loud and overearning personality, along with a few moments he has as well. You guys might be shocked when I say this, but I think Rainbow Assortment will be the second one safe. I'm doing this simple because I think there might be some development of Rainbow Assortment in later episodes, and it could be that, or she just gets more screen time that might get her more likability. Squirt Gun is safe third despite having a split voters with Flashlight and vice versa. He has quite a lot going for him along with Flashlight if you think about it between them and B-Block in episode 3. And the sticking on Flashlight's face that will definitely cause him trouble sometime in the future. But just by Squirt Gun alone, Squirt Gun has some fans going for him, and many Flashlight fans would definitely also want to keep Squirt Gun in as well. Do is the third one. I mean, do is the fourth one safe? Because there's quite a few do fans out there, and chances are they might want to keep do because they're just an entity like don't and want to show the world who they are as an entity. No. Oh no. Although not getting a chance to do anything at the moment, Oil's Pain is safe fifth. She doesn't have much going for her. The sassy remarks Pay makes are quite funny at times, and has a small following to her knowledge. And the face of the team gets less voters than you think, but Meatball stays out of the bottom two. Clearly he's just a great team player outside of episode 1. They're part of the reason why Happy Meatball was safe in episode 2, and presumably episode 3 as well. And even if you do not want to do the challenge in episode 1, I argue it works for his favor, makes him quite memorable, and I argue underrated too. The bottom two here is B-Block and Flashlight. B-Block's here simply because despite people liking her for her mischievousness, she's also hated a tad bit for the same reason. And Flashlight is here simply because of split voters with Squirt Gun. And even though I really hate B-Block, there's just no way Flashlight will ever compete alongside her. And well liked, I just think Flashlight just kind of lives in Squirt Gun's shadow at the end of the day, and I still like Squirt Gun a lot better than Flashlight. Going to Papaya, if exclamation marks the first save for obvious reasons, we don't need to explain this. This may not happen, but I think Printer will be second safe, simply because I think the Printer might. I think Printer and Pancake Batter will likely go into an arc of why Printer's so scared all the time. And speaking of Pancake Batter, he's safe third, despite them having split voters. And I seen a fan base for this character, and people like him and people love PB for his neutral for his personality friendship with Printer. Popcorn Gag is fourth place for Seitan Papaya. She's arguably the face of the team, and it has done so much for said team. Iced Coffee should be safe as well because of the raging outbursts. And loads of Fanny fans from BFTI who watch the show will definitely want to vote for them. And despite me hating this character like heck, Shattered Ornament stays out of the bottom two. And despite her not having that many fans, which is rightfully deserved, I think I think some people like how kind they are and awkward they could be. but also that, but despite them not doing anything helpful, there are fans who directly hate on Shadow Orman like I do. The bottom two here is Mini Disky and Shu. Mini Disky's here simply because she has split voters with popcorn, and despite her having a fan base as well. And Shu is here because he hasn't done anything to contribute to any value of the show. So even if Mini Disky has split with popcorn, she still survives this. She was a bland and forgettable character, similar to Nacho. There will be only one elimination, and this will be going to most. So let's get into it. I think it is incredibly obvious who are the first three safe. Danger Sign is the first one safe, despite not appearing in episode 3 at all. However, I think between everything he's done, from accidentally tricking people into thinking the sky is falling, to caffeinating Animatic, this made Danger Sign a staple on his team. Well, even before the arc, Nebby Void's character was lovable, but the arc boosted her love even more, which is why I think she's the second one safe. Jesus is the third one safe for his incredible hyper ways, and fans like me, and just, well, even though I don't really like Cheez that much, and people like him for just how crazy he is all the time, and people kind of like his overactive positivity. And before episode 3, I was gonna put Skull ID in the bottom 2 or potentially out, but she got so much aura in episode 3 from roasting the heck out and then out of Jej to visiting Object Fool to even going to on space shenanigans with Cheez It. This in turn has made us a little bit of a fan base for her, which I think she's the fourth safe. Bunny Cup Boys is safe. Eggnog Jr. is the fifth one safe for basically the same reason as School ID. She's got loads of screen time and especially with the new exclamation mark. Lastly, although hated by a lot of people, Buddy Cup Boys stays out of the bottom two. I think he might get some development in the show, like how he was used for Claybrick in episode 4A. And speaking of Claybrick, him and Slop are in the bottom two. Slop is liked for just how happy he's all the time with little dances he does, but he's also hated a tad bit for the same reasons. And for Claybrick, I just think people are gonna get tired of the whole shtick 5 episodes in. However, it is incredibly obvious Slop's leaving, and might not will be even close. I just don't think his positivity and dance moves will be enough to save him. This will be the first episode that have teams that have already lost up for elimination. This time, I'll be taking a member off Object Fool and Happy Meatball, and I believe Object Fool loses first, so that's why I wish I'll start with them. Cans Cup's the first one safe yet again, simply because she's just a fan favorite, along with Demon Core, two very easy and obvious choices on who are the first few safe. Don't to save third because there's so many people asking what kind of powers and abilities he has, and just like I said with they might want to keep them simply because they're just an entity and want to see what they can do. Cher is the fourth save for because I think people who really like Cher will likely vote them out of pure panic because they were in the bottom two last time, and some people might vote Cher for just how happy he is all the time. And P stays out of the bottom two for his outbursts and just like iced coffee and just being pure hilarious. The bottom two is Bioluminescence and Hives. Hives is here simply because he can't do as much and it hasn't gone that much screen time outside of episode 1. And Bioluminescence's lost a ridiculous amount of voter support simply because they cost their team the Sunflower Challenge in episode 3. So yeah, I think Hive survives this one. I'm doing this because Hives got so much time to shine in episode 4, simply because of the talent he had. And just like I said in the tournament, in the tournament match, in the tournament video, he is talent, basically. He's basically Winnie the Pooh done right. Going to Happy Meatball, I think season 17 will still be the first save. However, I think Squirt Gun will be second safe this time and not third. but that's not putting down Rainbow, guys. She's safe as well. Fall by do fourth, and Meatball skipping the bottom two. The bottom two is Oil's Pain and B Block. Oil's Pain is serious simply because she's the least exciting and interesting as the rest of the members on this team. And B Block's here simply because she's hated by some people, and despite her mischievousness being, oh no, oh no. Okay, guys, I'm back, and yeah, B Block's gone. There are fans who hate on Oil's Paint, and my honestly purposely vote for them or Meatball just to screw over B Block for her mischievousness. I'm taking off a member off Benjamin and Most. I think Benjamin will lose for first though. No bias, honestly, but I mean, I think Thierry will be the first one safe, is simply because he's just a very good player, and despite being apathetic and such, he does have a caring side by showing concern to exclamation mark in episode 1 and asking judges if they're doing alright in episode 3. Along with that, he has an advantage of being an OG. I'm calling him a male simply because he sounds like one. Judge is the second one safe for despite being controversial, he has a very big fan base beside him. Eject despite them not doing much, Eject follows Jesh. I haven't seen too much talk with Eject recently, but they got a ridiculous amount of voters in episode 1, so maybe that can carry over this time. Shifty's also saved. Red Sticky has the fourth saved, and Red Sticky has the fifth one saved, and Red Sticky Hand is the fourth one saved, despite almost being absent in the most recent episode. They're showing to be a great lifesaver, and people might vote for him and just get him back on track. And him and Ray interact more. And Shifty and lastly, Shifty stays out of the bottom two for his pass with Animatic, which means the bottom two is Raid and Peppermint. Raid is here because he potentially has to split with Red Sticky Hand, and despite all he's done so far. And Peppermint is here simply because, well, no bias, as people personally hate him. And he's the least relevant on Benjamin by far, being a little butthole to his teammate and being rude to others. Yeah, this one's no good, guys. Raid survives this one. It's not even close. There wasn't even a particular reason why Raiden was in the Mono 2 anyway. I just needed someone to join Peppermint. As for Most, it is incredibly obvious that Danger Sign, Cheez-It, and Nebby Void are the first three safe. Buddy Cupboy stays fourth, and Squiddy stays out of danger. Actually, no. Squiddy stays fourth, and Eggnog stays out of danger, unlike Claybrick and Buddy Cupboy. Claybrick's here for reasons already explained, and Buddy Cupboy is hated by tons of people, but still has some support. But I think Buddy Cupboy will still narrowly win over Claybrick. Let's put Grand Swag and Diet up for elimination, and I think Grand Swag will lose first. So let's start with them. Acid is the first safe, and it's pretty kind of obvious. Notepad safe second, and Bush and Imposter safe third. It looks like a Shaw Gang is leaving. But it's not Chocolate Milk Carton or Syllable. Which puts Silly Straw and Juice Box in danger. It looks like the first Straw Gang member will be leaving today. Silly Straw is here simply because he hasn't gotten that much screen time outside of the first episodes 1 and 2. And Juice Box is here simply because he was just so pain in the back to characters like Silly Straw and Kane's Cup. So it's no surprise Juice Box is leaving. It might not will be even close. There are fans who hate on Silly Straw, and I honestly purposely vote for them or CMC just to screw over a Juice Box. The diet for today is just quite similar from the diet from last time. Doorstoppers save first, followed by Nodding on second and Weathery third. I think T will get some development in this season and will likely be the fourth one to save. And I think some fans of Crazy Food will likely vote her out of pure panic because she was in the bottom two last time there for elimination. similar to share during their debate. So the bottom two, Spaz 12 and Landscape. Spaz is here simply because she's just used for Doorstopper's grass choke, and potentially has to split with Doorstopper. And Landscape is liked, but just can't compete with anyone else on this team. So who'll be leaving? Well, I think it's Landscape. It could be close, but Spaz might be a tiny bit more better. Let's throw in the Meat Bills and Papaya, and I think Papaya loses first. So let's start with them. Exclamation marks save first again, Pancake Batter save second, Printer save third, and Popcorn save fourth. Iced Coffee won't have to worry about being the bottom two as their fifth save. Which means the bottom two is Mini Disky again and Shattered Ornament. Mini Disky's here for reasons already explained, and Shattered Ornament is here simply because they just don't have that much support and it hasn't done anything significant. So that's why I think that'll be an SO's downfall. Oh no. Alright, that's better. Moving on to the Meat Bills of Joy, though Bowling Ball's save first for his heroic personality. Yoshik save second because of their useful antics. Tomatoes save third for just being hilarious altogether. Okay, might get some development. It might be the fourth save, and Bob stays out of the bottom two again for his duo with Eye Patch, which puts Golden which puts Gapple and Sticky in the bottom two. I mean, I wish I could save Sticky at this point, but she's just way too hated for her own good. Well, look at this. We have the first rejoin. You're looking at every contestant currently eliminated so far, and also on their team. If I tap on any of the characters that you see, they will not be rejoining. This is least likely rejoining to most likely rejoining. So, not coming back this time is Shoe, Nacho, Mushroom, Bioluminescent, Sticky, and Peppermint, Claybrick, Slop, and Dioptase. The three I could see and Juice Box and Landscape. The three I could see rejoining are Doorframe, Eye Patch, and Flashlight. Yeah, Scrooby Block. Doorframe's here simply because he was the first eliminated. There's just a trend to bring back anyone who's first out of most object shows, and quite frankly, Doorframe was just straight up robbed way too early. He's also one of my favorite characters. He is, as shown in the tier list video. Eye Patch is here simply because people forgot to save them, and then had a full meltdown when they were eliminated. And in other words, robbed even worse. And Flashlight is here simply because I think most Squirt Gun fans will definitely want to bring him back in the game, and to see the duo and do more. Well, unfortunately for Eye Patch, he ain't coming back, and Flashlight won't either, which means Doorframe comes back to his team. And speaking of, is after elimination only, and this will be the final team that will be the losing member today. It is incredibly obvious that Doorframe's the first save, as he's a rejoiner, and there's no way people are just gonna let him leave again as soon as he just comes back. Jez is second, one save. Teary save third. Red Sticky Hand save fourth, and Shifty stays out of the bottom two again, which means Raid and Eject are in danger. Raid is here for reasons already explained, and Eject, despite and Eject's here simply because despite getting the most votes in episode 1, and there aren't fans, and there hasn't been too much talk with Eject. So sadly, it's Eject's time to go. I could argue this will be close, I just think Ray can have the edge over Eject this time. So before we end the video, here's every contestant still in the running to win. Thanks for watching this brand new series. A shout out to Aloysius on making this Make Your Own Animatic Battle remix. So be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in part 2.